How can you use line plots to help predict a snow day? In this lesson, you will learn how to create a line plot by using a data set of fractional measurements. Let's review. When we create line plots, we use sets of data. It is helpful to put the data in order from least to greatest when creating a line plot. Then we can create our line for our line plot based upon our range of data. Since our data is in order from least to greatest, it is easy to place our data on the line plot. Each number in the data set gets its own mark on the line plot. When creating a line plot, it is important to be specific and accurate with spacing. It can be a common misunderstanding that spacing and accuracy are not important when creating line plots. When we look at this line plot, it is very difficult to understand the data. The numbers need to line up with the markings on the line. The size and spacing of the data marks, in this case X's, are important to be able to easily compare sections of data. And the placement of the data marks are important to know which number they belong to. It is always important to remember to be careful and accurate when creating a line plot. Let's use what we know to help us create a line plot with fractional data. We see that we have a set of data, and this data includes fractions with unlike denominators. It is helpful to find common denominators when working with sets of data. Common denominators help us solve problems for our data that involve addition and subtraction, and common denominators help us when we have to order fractions. Ordering fractions from least to greatest is a step in creating line plots, so our next step is to order these fractions from least to greatest. Now we are ready to create our line plot for this set of data. We first create the line with evenly spaced markings for the measurements. We know to mark our line from 1/8 to 8/8 because our data is working in eighths. When we mark each piece of data accordingly on the line plot, we cross out our data as we go. When we are able to organize our data using line plots, it makes it easier for us to work with the data. In this situation, we want to know if we are more likely to have a snow day in January or February. We have last year's snowfall data organized on line plots to help us make a prediction for this school year. The line plot helps us see that February's data shows a trend for more snow during that month because we see that there is a higher frequency of snowfall in the greater snow amounts listed on the line plot. If we were to predict which month we'd have a snow day based on last year's information, we can make an educated prediction that the month of February would have a better chance for a snow day. In this lesson, you have learned how to create a line plot using a data set of fractional measurements.